afraid of the FULANs? This is a big question. Are you afraid of Fulani people? You shouldn't be. Here are 5 facts about the Fulani tribe. The Fulani people are also called the Fula people or the Peul people of West Africa. They are the world's largest nomadic people with a number of close to 20 million people. They can be found in Nigeria, Mali, Guinea, Cameroon, Senegal, and Niger. They are early followers of Islam and started taking active part in jihad as early as the 16th century. Their influence spreads with the spread of Islam. Here are the 5 facts about the Fulani people, the Fulani origin. The Fulani people are said to originate from Futa Toro in the lower Senegal in the 14th century. They started their migration to various parts of West Africa. From there, other accounts claim their real origin is North Africa, from which they migrated down to Senegal and mixed up there. Their religion: Fulani people are mostly Muslims, and they mostly practice an Islamic theocracy in their communities. A theocracy is a system of government where religious doctrine and principles are used as a constitution. When we talk about their lifestyle, the Fulanis are mostly cattle herders who stick to a strict pastoral lifestyle. Their nomadic nature makes them move from place to place occasionally, therefore having no real base. In politics, the Fulani are very politically astute people, and they wield a great deal of influence in Africa. They moved into Hausa land and took over the entire leadership class of the Hausa. They have held political power more than any other group in West Africa, and they can be found in many of West African countries. Their language: the Fulani people speak the Fufude or Pula. They are also mostly fluent in Hausa. The Fulanis are a force to reckon with anytime, any day. Are you still afraid of them? This is a question. And meanwhile, this article is from InfoEast. So guys, you've heard about these Fulanis and what have you, and I know you'll be able to pinpoint what has been happening mostly in Nigeria. You know, according to this writer, I don't know whether they are really functioning like this in other African countries, because I don't think whether that is the same. What we are experiencing in Nigeria is the same. If the same thing is happening in Ghana, let us know, because we know that even when they try to raise their heads in Ghana with this their cattle of a thing, we know the step and the decision of the Ghanaian government took, and to date we are not hearing all this the things that are happening in Nigeria. You know, free fall of this Fulani all over the place. We don't hear the same thing in Ghana. So I don't know if either in other countries or in Africa or West Africa, as you may want to put it, whether it is the same thing, whether they are really dominant, you know, according to what this writer has said concerning this Fulani people. So if that is the case, then why is it that most of it's not happening, or is a free fall in Nigeria system? And that is why we are seeing what we are experiencing now, because even before now, a lot of people have been at the aim of affair of this country. We have had a lot of presidents, and I can tell you categorically, we never heard of them like this in the past administrations. But this administration, you know, has been able to make, you know, project them beyond what even people thought about them. This APC government led by Muhammadu Buhari has projected the Fulanis, you know, brought them to the forefront, and they are doing whatever they want to do. They are doing whatever they like, and the president is not talking just because he himself is part of them. He does the same thing, you know, they do, as in he's an S-man as well. So I don't know whether what we are experiencing in Nigeria is the same thing other countries are experiencing in Africa, because they are from all those places that they've spread themselves. So where are they from particularly, originally? Where are they? And why is it that, you know, they are being given this kind of a recognition that they are getting now in this dispensation? So those are the questions that we really need to put top, because before now people have been talking and people have been saying that before now, you know, they've been living in peace with all these Fulanis, and they do things together. They go with sticks, they don't look for trouble and what have you. People have testified to that. But why the sudden change as soon as this government came on board? Why the sudden change? Those are the questions we need to continue to ask ourselves. Now that we have experienced sudden change from their character and they still expect people to live in peace with them, it's not going to happen. And most of the statements coming out from them, most of the statements coming out from those their leaders, the FULAN1S or the Miyetti Allah, they call them, it's not something that one will be joking with. It's not something that you just go to bed and be sleeping and say, oh, it is nothing. They are coming out, like I always say, these guys are not nice. They don't care. If you like, be politically correct. They don't care. They will tell you, oh, how their forefathers, Usman Dan Fodio, fought and took over almost all the land and what have you, and in they are in the process of collecting them back. That Nigerians should not even joke with them. And some people are somewhere saying, no, it does not matter. No, they did not hear that. Our DSS and SS, they've never heard that. Loretta Noche did not hear that. But when it comes to Christians, it will be telling you that Christians are cowards. Oh, they are always seeing everything from the angle of Islamization and Fulanization. But when they are making all these statements, she will not make any comments. Even Femi Adesina will not make any comments. Of course, we understand Femi Adesina that he has to relate what the president has been saying, the mind of the president. He will come and tell us what the president has said or the presidency has said. But unlike Loretta Noche, she's just in her corner because she's whether she's in charge of social media. She just releases whatever she likes. Of course, she can release, but why has she not released any statement concerning this threat about this Fulani people? That's just the way I want to see it. Nobody's afraid of anybody unless you want to work with them, unless you want to associate yourself with them, unless you want to continue to be encouraging them, that without them or whatever, just like the way some of our leaders are doing in the first place. So let's hear what people are saying. Someone says criminal and terrorists, mentally backwards, greedy, insatiable, ingrate, lazy, violent, and what have you. That is what this person is saying. But my question is that where did they originate from? Originally, where is their place? Where is their place? That is the question we've been asking. Where's the particular place they are from? And someone says a tribe from Futa Toro claiming Nigeria as their sole property. How come? Even though they have defeated Hausa people, they cannot defeat Igbos and Yorubas. Therefore, nobody is afraid of them. Some say they are all miscreants and evil. Nobody, only Hausa, is afraid of them. I'm not afraid of the Fulani Muslim terrorists because they don't have the monopoly of violence. Someone say Fulani girls are beautiful, but many of their men are Islamic jihadists. They have to stop their Islamic jihadism and stop migrating to other people's God-given lands to avoid divine and human global wrath. Someone say I am not afraid of them because primitive human being, because they are primitive human being, though they are so self-centered and even incarnate. They are deceiving themselves for pretending that they are propagating Islam, killing, extorting, annexing, converting people's property. If their way of life is the true teaching of Islam or represents what Islam is teaching, it means Islam is the problem of this world, which is evil and devilish. Yoruba gave them power. Somebody say Yoruba gave them power in Nigeria because of the hatred they have for Igbos, and they are paying for it. Remove the man you call Buhari and see what will happen. They will become like ice water. Can you imagine? Just like I said, not until when these governments came on board, we began to see their true color, or their, the different, the different thing in them. We don't even know that the different thing in them is what is worrying everybody. Since this government came in, it's unfortunate. And someone says, remove them, remove the Buhari, and you will see that they will all become ice water. Someone says, who will love terrorists? And someone says the only strength they have in Nigeria is only that the imposter called Mr. President. They are the most dangerous and most uncivilized human bloody tasty sub-human creature on planet Earth, and also crowned and cursed with laziness. Hence, their occupation is basically S-men and struggle for political position. So to steal and reap where they did not labor, and they are never intelligent laborers, but intelligent terrorists. This clearly shows the general goal. One was right. The Igbos, Middle Belters, and the Yorubas are the true owners of Nigeria. My people, wise up. Igbos, Yorubas, and Middle Belt need to come together as a family. You know, the question will be asking, where did they really originate from? That's the question. Wandering from places to places, and people are giving them opportunity. Well, I cannot really say people are giving them opportunity because they were, they were going to places, violently and doing all manner of things. I think that was what made them to have spread in those places, because when you talk about peace, if you want to go by what you are hearing about their history or their antecedents, then definitely the reason why they did all of those things that they did it out of violence and taking people's things by force. I think that's just the way I can really put it. So guys, let us hear your opinion and let's have your take concerning this. Leave your comment below. Thank you very much. Bye.